hello from Marrakesh. I'm here at Gitex Africa 2024. I'm together with Kunle Awosika, General Manager Public Sector Africa at Microsoft. Hello Kunle, nice to meet you.
Very nice meeting you.
Thank you.
How are you?
I'm good. And you?
Very good, very good.
Perfect. Gitex 2024 here in Marrakesh. What are you showcasing from Microsoft?
No, a lot. I think Microsoft has had a very strong position, at Gitex 24, Africa 24. I think we're fully invested. We've come in here with almost about 50 of our employees, and our partners as well, showcasing.
And quite a big stand.
Massive. You can see it right behind me. Massive stand, and we have a huge partner ecosystem who have different solutions that they're offering. One of the solutions is our public finance solution, within government, and also our city management solution. We have a city portal solution that we're offering, to different governments across Africa, and different flavors of AI solutions that we are presenting here as well. So different partners are doing different things, across the continent, but represented at Gitex Africa.
Okay, thank you. So it seems you show a lot of stuff here. And you just mentioned partnerships. Would you say that partnerships are crucial for a healthy ecosystem, especially when we talk about ICT?
Without a doubt. You can't do anything without partnerships, right? You need partnership for you to accelerate growth. And that is where Microsoft really thrives in terms of partnerships on a global level, and on a local level, on the African level. We're thinking about all sorts of partnerships, all flavors of partnerships. We grew up as a company as building our business through partners. So the way we engage the markets are through partners. And a lot of partners have built their companies on the Microsoft platform,
okay,
and engaging customers, supporting the customers in the different areas, in governments, in financial services, in education, in healthcare. It's really about partner solutions, to really accelerate growth in those different sectors.
Okay. So when we look at Gitex Africa, it's a quite unique approach. We have here the private sector, which actually builds the foundation of digital transformation, but we also have the public sector here. So what would you say is the role Microsoft plays in terms of digital transformation Africa in your role as General Manager for public sector?
Yeah. So with regards to our role in public sector and with governments, I think we have a very strong position within governments and a strong offering, to governments across Africa. I think if you think about it, we all talk about digital transformation all the time. And, every government in Africa and every government across the globe actually is thinking about two things: digital transformation on a one level, and AI transformation, which is the main thing today to accelerate growth and improve GDP of different economies. So we're doing a lot of that, across the continent, and many examples, that we can showcase of what governments are doing in different parts of Africa, like the tax authorities, which is really about how do you make sure that within governments, they are able to increase the tax nets in their different countries. We have open AI solutions to help governments address some of these challenges that they face, right?
Yeah.
Through our open AI platform, Azure Open AI platform. So those are things that we're doing, in terms of ensuring that we support different governments, in different areas and all. So, solutions like, virtual AI assistance, for governments, and for tax authorities and all is some of the areas that we're focused on.
So all AI plays a crucial role in your developments and deployments with your clients?
Of course, it's a big topic. Every CEO, every government institution are really interested in reaping the benefits of AI today, because they understand the fact that that is really what will help them advance their journey to prosperity, right? And that's what we're trying to support governments with.
So it's not just a big buzzword, it actually makes real impact, AI.
Listen, I know that there is the whole buzzword and people are thinking about this and all, and understand the fact that AI remains critical, number one. But I think the main point here is really around governments need to think about the use of the data, but also the way they handle the data, the classification of the data. There is, high sensitive data in different countries, medium sensitive, low sensitive data. For you to really enjoy the benefit of AI, you really need to manage, the credibility of the data, the governance of the data, and all of that. So you need to treat the data with a lot of care.
Okay, thank you. So when we look at the public sector, what would you say are the main challenges in your work as of today? On one side, we heard from a lot of companies in the private sector who try to deal with the public sector, regulations, policy harmonizations. So what is your take on that?
No, listen, there are a myriad of challenges. There are challenges of siloed legacy systems, within governments that needs to be modernized. There are policy-related issues, governments, there are 54 sovereign countries in Africa. Everyone has their own policies, and I even think there's a confusion between, the policies and some of the regulations and also the strategy, and we need to see how do we start to support governments in these types of areas in helping them organize their thoughts. Because I think they have very strong desires to really provide services to the citizens. Passport renewals, birth certificate issuance, death certificate issuance, and all of these services that they want to offer to citizens, right? We have a role as technology providers to really provide them with a solution for better efficiency in providing those services to the citizens. And that's what we're here for. That's what we are here as Microsoft to support the African governments to do. And that's what we're doing across different governments in Africa.
Okay, thank you. So Gitex is also not only about the big giants, big enterprises, it's also empowering the startups in Africa.
Yes.
So did you have time to walk around to see some of them? What is your opinion about startups in Africa?
No, listen, startups are huge. There is a lot of promise for startups in Africa. There was a lot of investment, before we had some challenges around the VCs and the slowdown in, I think in the last 2 years or so, where we had reduced investments, from the West into some of the African startups. But we're seeing that pick up again. I think in the last 2 years, I think it was probably about close to $2 billion that was invested in startups in Africa. We've seen a number of the startups become unicorns, and all. And we've seen so many use cases across the fintechs, the edtechs, agritechs and all, and we've seen lots of the VCs here at Gitex looking to spot the right type of startup to invest in. Yeah. So those are the things that we're trying to do in terms of supporting these startups, and we're reigniting that. As Microsoft, we are really trying to spend time with those startups and all. And we have within Microsoft the Africa Transformation Office that is really looking at startups and supporting startups in terms of giving them some form of credits to help them as they grow in their journey.
So we could say promising future ahead, exciting times.
Indeed.
That's good. That's
Indeed.
good. Thanks for your time.
Thank
it was
you
a very insightful conversation.
Thank you. Thank you.
That was Tech Africa News from Gitex 2024. You can find more on techafricanews.com.